Hi everyone, and welcome to ChromaticKnits. My name is Michelle, and I'm coming to you from Arkansas. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I love seeing all of you every week. Feel free to subscribe and to ring that bell so that you don't miss any episodes. And I am so glad to be here. This week has been crazy. So within the last week, we have had our AC go down multiple times, and we were told multiple different things by different HVAC specialists. So one of them fixed it. So it worked for like 24 hours, maybe. And he was like, well, we had to clean out this thing and we had to whatever. So it went down again and we were like, oh my God. So we called that guy back and he looked at it and he was like, yeah, so it's freezing up and we're going to have to replace a wire. We're going to have to replace the heat pump. We're going to have to replace the whole thing. So it's going to be $5,000 for parts or $8,000 for parts and replacing the unit. Or $8,000 to replace the unit, rather. And so my partner and I were like, what? We just bought this house in April. So we were like, we just bought this house in April. Oh my God. So naturally we called some other people to come out and we were like, hey, can you look at this? Let us know what you think. So we have a home warranty, luckily. Thank goodness. We called the guy out. It was like $100 or $190 something to get him out here. So we paid that. He came out. He looked at it for like 10 minutes and was like, yep, this like button was pushed down and it was stuck down. So I just replaced the part. We were like, you looked at it for like 10 minutes. Is that legit? And this guy like only works for warranty claims. That's what his company does. So we were like, maybe legit, maybe not legit, don't know. So we called the third guy that worked on some of our friends' houses, and he came out and he was like, so it's working now, it looks fine. Your refrigerant in one of your units, because we have an upstairs unit and a downstairs unit. So he's like, the refrigerant in one of your units is low, so I'm gonna refill it. And I was like, sweet, do it. Whatever. And then he was like, yeah, everything's like filthy, which the people who had this house before us didn't maintain it very well, so / at all, so it doesn't surprise me. So he spent like over an hour just cleaning stuff, and we were like, okay, what do you think of this? And he gave us some ideas, but basically he said it was all good. So it's been working since the warranty guy came out and fixed that part. So fingers crossed that it continues to work for a long, long time. But it's been a long week. It's been a long, sweaty week. Yeah, and actually the one that went out was the one downstairs, which is the biggest part of our house. So the upstairs only has this room and like the attics. The downstairs is basically everything else. So naturally that's the one that kept going out. So think happy thoughts for us as we move forward that is done. Our puppy has had some gastrointestinal issues. Namaste. Just trying to keep calm about that. She seems fine. She's totally perky and energetic and all that stuff. She's just having like some GI thing. So I think she ate something outside when she went outside, and it just didn't agree with her system. And so now she's paying the price of that. So it started yesterday. I'm hoping that it's over now. We'll see. So fingers crossed that that's nothing more serious than what I think it is. But she seems totally fine. And then our kitten is literally licking himself raw, like his legs raw. So like he's missing lots of patches on his legs. So we called the vet and they were like, okay, well, they tried like a bunch of allergy stuff and they tried whatever. And they said, well, it's a behavioral thing. And we were like, okay, so what do we do now? Right? Like put him in therapy. What do you do for cat? So they were like, well, we got to put him on Prozac. So we gave him his first dose today and he got sick. And we were like, why? So it's been a rough week. Been a little stressed. May have had a breakdown at some point. But we made it. We made it through. And okay, so I don't have any FOs. But what I do have is whips. So the other thing that happened was, okay, so remember those shark mittens? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna finish those this week. Well, the universe was like, no, you're not. Because I was knitting on them. I literally took them out of the bag. Okay, I took them downstairs, literally took them out of the bag. Started knit, like literally took them out of the bag, grabbed the 5th needle and put it in to start knitting and immediately dropped it. And we've searched the entire couch. We've searched under the couch. We've searched in the couch. Like we've searched everywhere. And this needle has straight up disappeared. So I got through, I'm on the last set of sharks. So I was about here last week, and now I've finished the next set of sharks and have started the last set of sharks before the finger decreases. And I lost my needle. So I had to order new needles, which just came in. So that is my only stash enhancement, if you want to say that, for this week, is a pair of new, I got Chowgu. I decided to try Chowgu size 2 needles. And again, this is the Shark Mittens pattern. I've talked about it for a couple weeks now. From SpillyJaneKnits. It was a kit from Jimmy Bean's Wool. That they had during Shark Week 2019? No, 2020. And it uses Madeline Tosh Euro Sock. And then Nessum in the Turn colorways. Right. All that information. Anyway, size 2 needles, 2.75 millimeter. They just arrived, so I haven't had a chance yet to start knitting this. But I did make some progress on this. I will hopefully finish them this week for real, now that I have needles. But we shall see what happens, because you never know. You never know what will happen. Okay, so that, we have that. Next, I did work on the Danny Boy Cardigan a little bit. Again, this is in City Tweed by Knit Picks, which is an Aran weight yarn in the Orca colorway. So I don't know where I put. I basically knit like 2 inches on this. Thought I put, yeah, I did. Let's see, I swear I put Progress Keeper. So I put my little Yeti. So I knit like 1 inch or 2, whatever that is, on this. It's just basic garter rib pattern right now. Just got to get it to 6 inches before I can just start the stockinette part of the sweater. Yeah, so this is coming along. Basic knit, size 9 needles. For this part, the bottom ribbing is on size 7 needles, and then you switch to size 9s. These are Chowgu red lace interchangeables. on size 32-inch cables. So working on that, coming along, liking that knit because it's something that I can do without really thinking about it too much, which is something that I really need right now. Especially with everything going on this week and the world like falling apart. Oh my goodness. Yes. Last whip. So naturally, I have something new on. Why would I work on my whips that I already have? So, okay. A little bit of backstory. One of my best friends from high school, well, my best friend from high school, let's say, so I told her that I would make her a shawl for last Christmas. It is August. I'm like 8 months late. But, you know, better late than never, I guess. I guess she'll get it by this Christmas. Whatever. So, I am making her a Nightshift by Andrea Maury. Which, okay. So, normally, this is done using like 6 skeins of yarn. But I saw there's a podcast called The Fourth Star Knits, and she had seen this on someone else's, I can't remember, podcast, where they had taken 2 balls of Noro Akari. So I'll just take one of them out so you can kind of see. So it gradiates between a bunch of different colors, okay? So it's like constantly changing colors. So it's like one color for a little bit and then it changes. So I have basically a pink one and a blue one. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know the colorways. Let's see if this one tells me what it is. This is color 2. And then I don't know what the other one is. So these I had to find on like Etsy, and the descriptions of the colors and the labels and things were not necessarily on them. So I'm not 100% sure what color they are. But basically I have a blue one and I have a pink one. I'll show you the pink. So the pink kind of goes, if you can even see that. Yeah. So it's like pink to white kind of in back. So I started working on this. Instead of switching between like the 6 different colors, you just switch between the 2 balls. So I started this week. I've got about that much done. So see how they both change? So this one starts out as like a bright pink, and then it goes to like a dark pink, and now it's like almost white. So it kind of gets those segments like you see in the other ones. So I think it's actually coming out really well. I was kind of surprised that actually worked. But you really do get those sections, which is good. I'm really hoping though, because there's a white section, a white-ish section in the pink one and the blue one, that I don't get white at the same time. So I guess I could have a white segment, I don't know. Because then you're not going to be able to see the pattern, because the pattern is like 2 different colors at the same time. So you see these little stitches here with a background color. So the background color is like the segment, and then these kind of pop out. So we'll see. But anyway, this is coming along. I'm really loving this knit. This pattern is super easy and memorizable. Anybody can knit this for sure. This is done on, let's see, I'm using Chow Goo size, I believe 7 needles. No, size 8 needles. For this, I'm using a size, I think this is a 24-inch cable. For now, we'll see what happens. I may need to upgrade to a bigger size but it's working out for now. Oh, and this is in my Mrs. Brown's bag in the jazz. So this is the jazz colorway that is this material. And this is her, I think it's the medium size bag. So, yeah. And I went with the zipper bag. She has a zipper bag, and then she also has she has handles on it. Bag that's open. So I went with the zipper just to keep everything in, because I tend to drop my bags so that I don't lose needles or things like that, just because I am a klutz. Fun fact about me. I am a huge klutz. So, yeah, so that's what I'm working on this week. I do have some upcoming projects. So, next Wednesday is the release, well, not the release, the pre-order of the Stephen West kits for the Stephen West MCAL for this October. So I will be jumping on there. It is at 4 p.m. Amsterdam time, which is 10 a.m. Eastern time. So, and I think other people are planning on having them. Like I saw Ken Yarn is put up a poll on his Instagram that asked people if people would be interested in getting kits, and 90% of people so far, at least when I voted, said yes, that they were interested. Last time for Slipstravaganza, which I didn't end up making, I bought a kit from La Bien Amie, so she may be having kits as well this year. A lot of people end up having kits because this is such a popular knit along. So I will be doing that. If you are planning on also doing this, please let me know. I would love to start a thread in Ravelry or on Instagram where we can share our progress. I would love to do that. Or if anybody's interested in having a Discord channel, I would love to do that as well. You know, I would love to do this along with all of you. So if you're interested in that, please leave a comment down below and let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. Because I am so excited. This is the first year that I'm actually going to knit it in the actual time frame that we're supposed to be knitting it. So I am so excited. I'm so excited that I just can't hide it. Anyway, I'm so excited. And he released the name of it. It is the shawliography. So it's like choreography, but with shawls. And so they've had a couple different like mini clips on YouTube of people dancing with some of the previous MCAL shawls. And there's one of Stephen West with the Slipstravaganza dancing with it. So I'm really excited to see what this one's gonna look like. And no matter what, I'm gonna make it. Even if at the end of the process I don't end up liking it, I'm still gonna make it because I just want to finish one. I just want to do it. I've never done an MCAL in the time that I was supposed to do it, so I'm so excited. I just want to do it. So talking about MCALs, well, at least knit-alongs. So remember, we have a knit-along going on that goes through September 30th. This is the Finish It Mal. So this can be a knit-along, crochet-along, cross-stitch-along, whatever craft that you have that you need to do, like you need to finish something, counts. So it doesn't matter what craft it is. I don't care. It could be sewing, could be painting, it doesn't matter. Any craft. Okay, the only rules are that the project that you're working on cannot be more than 50% complete. So if it's a pair of socks, you can only have one sock done, and the other one can't be started. Okay, am I gonna know if that happened? No, I'm not. There's no way that I would know. But I have to trust that you are following the rules. Remember, all FOs, in order to qualify for the prize drawing, need to either be posted in either one, the Ravelry thread that we've started. So we've created a group called ChromaticKnits podcast in Ravelry, and I've created a thread for this make along. So you can go there and you can post your FOs, and you can also discuss. It's a mix of discussion and FOs, and we're going to mix it all together for this one. And then if you are not comfortable using Ravelry, the other option would be to go to Instagram and use the hashtag #finishitmal. Okay, so I will be accepting FOs through September 30th, and then I will pick a winner in October at the next podcast after that date. Okay, so make sure that you do that if you're interested. You don't have to do it, it's optional, but if you want to finish some stuff and get it off the needles, because I really want to get stuff off the needles so that I can do the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. I'm so excited. So excited for that. Prizes will be going out in October for that. Other things have coming up. So there are some more projects that I've decided to make. So other projects that I'm working on. I started the what's it called? The Woodcut Blanket by Pearl Soho. That is a free pattern if you're interested. It's on their website. You can look it up there. You can also go on Ravelry and pull it up there, and it'll link to their website where it's free. So I'm working on that. That is going to happen this week. This week, I'm also going to be starting to organize my yarn. So if you have I have like a yarn room. I'm so excited. So I'm going to be getting just like some cheap, like the square things, you know what I'm talking about, that everybody has, except mine are coming from Walmart instead of IKEA. But anyway, so they're going to be just little square cube sections. So I was thinking of organizing it by weight. So putting it like fingering to worsted or chunky. Going lightest to thickest. But if you have any other ideas for organization, please let me know, because I'm going to be starting to do that soonish, I think. And then I saw that there are a couple more patterns. So if you go on Ravelry, if Ravelry is something that you're using, on the hot list, the hot pattern list, there are a couple on there that are free. So I keep checking that every day and just going through all the patterns and finding all the free ones and then saving them. Is that terrible? Anyway, so yeah. So there are a couple really great ones on there that are free. I would go check those out. One of them is Ichor. It's Ichor. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. It's by Candy. I can't remember. But it's on there. So if you check that out, I will bring it up again next week when I remember the name of the person. It's right on the edge of my brain. But that is coming out. And then I just wanted to also mention a couple of other podcasts that I love that I did not mention before. So if you are looking for other podcasts to watch, I love the Lefty Knitter podcast. I love the I'll Knit If I Want To by Andrea Maury that comes out every Friday. Chevy Rell, if you haven't seen her, love that. Andy the Knitress is good, love her. Johnny Bodies, occasionally I will watch that. That is Aquila, so Aquila of a Lefty Knitter podcasts. That is her husband's. So those are great. And Stress Knits, love her. So she had her whole basement flood and like ruined everything that they own almost. So I've been rewatching her episodes so that she can get that ad money from those episodes. So hopefully that's helping. I don't know, but I'm hoping that it is. Because she's so sweet. But yeah, if you have any other podcasts or anything else that you recommend, let me know. I'm always looking for podcasts to listen to. They're one of the primary things that I listen to when I'm not watching. Right now I'm watching Rizzoli and Isles, and I'm really getting into it, but I think I'm getting to the end of the show because I'm like in season 5. So I don't know how many seasons there are, but I've got to be getting close to the end. Because most shows don't go to 10 seasons. So we'll see. So if you have anything else that you recommend that I watch, I would highly appreciate it. Again, comment down below. I love reading your comments. But I think I'm starting to ramble, so I'm going to go ahead and go. You all have a wonderful week. Happy knitting, and I will see you next week. I'm planning on continuing this Sundays thing we have going on. Sundays at 1 p.m. I will be posting Central Time, so please be on the lookout for that. I will see you next week. Happy knitting. Have a wonderful week. Bye.